Hi, welcome to the Tips for Success podcast, where you can learn everything you need to know about internships. I'm your host, Michelle Marotta. Welcome to episode 2 of Tips for Success. This episode, we're going to compare the advantages and disadvantages of paid and unpaid internships. We'll also be hearing from an individual who's had a paid internship and their thoughts on that. The advantages of a paid internship are more obvious, so let's start with that. When an intern is paid for their time, they can support themselves financially and may feel more motivated to perform their duties. According to the National Business and Disability Council at the Viscardi Center, paid interns generally command a higher starting salary in full-time jobs than unpaid interns. However, if you're dead set on getting a paid internship, you may be turned away from positions that are looking for unpaid interns. The advantages of unpaid internships may be a little harder to see. The U.S. Department of Labor says that unpaid internships can be a great opportunity to get your foot in the door and, quote, provide invaluable experience and have a great impact on future career paths. The disadvantages, however, are more obvious. For one, unpaid interns are performing a job but are not getting paid for it. That means they would have to get a job on top of their internship if they have to support themselves. This takes away from the time they can put into their work as an intern. Our guest today is Mark Fisher. He'll be talking about his thoughts on his position as a paid intern during his time at Stockton University.
So the official title of my position was business intern, but I worked two separate positions while I was training there. I worked as a technical writer and a software tester. I was compensated monetarily. When I started there, I was making $12 an hour in the technical writer position, and when I left, I was making $18 an hour. Being paid motivated me to work harder, especially when I noticed that as my experience within the job grew, my paycheck also grew. I believe all interns should receive some form of compensation, whether it's in the form of a tuition credit or in the form of monetary compensation. I believe that all full-time internships should be paid either monetarily or in the form of a tuition credit, and that part-time internships are a gray area where it could be clear that it's a volunteer position or a position that's paid one way or another.
Thank you, Mark, for giving us your thoughts on tonight's topic of paid and unpaid internships. That'll be it for this episode of Tips for Success. On the next episode, we'll be talking about the qualities that are desired in an intern and how an internship can impact your chances of employment in the future. Don't forget to tune in!